Hey folks, it's Mark with Fire Mountain Outdoors. Hey, all the weapons I'm going to be showing you today have been verified safe and clear and empty with no ammo in them. Today we're talking about the GRG muzzle device. This is a Krinkov style, and this is actually one of my favorites. I get a lot of questions from some of our videos at Fire Mountain Outdoors what this device is, and I thought since I got this from Amazon, we'd put a review up and we could just talk a little bit about it. So this is a Krinkov style device. It looks very big and robust and heavy when it's sitting on the end of the barrel, but it's really two pieces and it's hollow. I'm going to take it apart and show you what's going on inside. It has a two-piece design because it has a chamber in there that collects the gases, a little portion of the gases, and forces those back into the barrel. Now, the Krinkov was a very short-barreled 7.62 by 39 weapon, and we needed as much pressure to cycle the piston and the gas operation as possible, and that's what the original design of this was. People have adapted these to the AR pistols, like I have here, because of the same reason. The gas system is really short and we need to have a lot of pressure in order to cycle that. So a lot of people use this for a fix if they're having problems with their AR-15 cycling, but that's not really the reason I like it. And I'm going to talk about that here in a second. So here's our two-piece design. I've shined this up because I cleaned it here. So we have the muzzle device, which is just kind of hollow, and then we have the cone that screws in the end, and then there's a little retainer that holds it all together. Now you'll notice a slot here on the end. You know, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard a funny anecdote that said that is really a wire cutter. And I said, well, what do you mean that's a wire cutter? And they said, yeah. Said that's for sticking up to a piece of wire to get through a fence, and then you shoot it and it cuts the wire because it centers it. I don't know if that's true or not, but it makes a great story and I kind of like it. So I put this together and I've lined it back up and showed you what this is. Looks heavy. It's really not that heavy. What I love about this is the fact that we've got this cone. Do you see any ports on the edges? No, there are no ports. So all of my muzzle blast, all of the concussion, all of the noise, everything, all of the gases are going downstream, away from me, away from my ears, and away from my eyes. You know, the downside to a typical muzzle device, a muzzle brake, is that it'll have lots of slots up on the top to direct gases upward to contain muzzle control or muzzle climb. The problem is when you're shooting a short weapon like this, if you're shooting an AR pistol, those gases are now blasting right up by your face. And I'm going to end up shooting my weapons without hearing protection. I don't want all that stuff in my face. So I have done a lot of shooting with these, and they've really become my favorite for a muzzle device, mainly because I want all of the blast, all the concussion, all of the noise going away from me and away from my surroundings. A lot of times you'll end up shooting next to a tree, a building, or a vehicle, some kind of hard surface where a muzzle brake will blast that noise right back into your ear and deafen you. I've got plenty of deaf relatives. I'm trying really hard to not end up like them. Huh? What? Who? Yeah. So this is my favorite. You know, and it doesn't really have to go just on the short barrel. For the same reasons, I also put them on my long rifles. So if I'm going to be hunting coyotes or predators or some kind of varmints, once again, I'll probably end up shooting without hearing protection. I want that blast going downstream. So I've put this particular device in the 1/2-inch thread on my 5.56 weapons, and then with the 5/8 threads on my 7.62 by 39 and my 300 blackout weapons. It's my favorite muzzle device. It cost about $50. The Noveski Flaming Pig is a really quality similar device that has some more fanciness to it, and you can get that elsewhere. But from Amazon, this Krinkov from GRG Manufacturing, I think it's my favorite. I've shot a lot of rapid fire using a slide fire stock, and it's got it hot enough that it looks like it's smoked to the finish. But they haven't corroded, haven't rusted, and the cone has stayed pretty well intact also. So I'm going to give it 4 stars for function for what I wanted it for, directing all the muzzle blast away from me. They look pretty badass. I like them. And fit and finish, it's well within what I'm looking for. So if you're looking for a muzzle device that gets the blast away from your face, away from you, I suggest you look at the GRG Krinkov style muzzle brake, available from Amazon.com. Hey, I hope this was insightful and informative to you. Find us on the internet, Fire Mountain Outdoors. Thanks for watching.